Hello, it is August, so it's time for another wrap-up. In July, I read 17 books, which is insane. I don't know how I did it, I don't know. But let's just start with the stats. So, in terms of genre, I read 6 fantasy books, 4 contemporaries, 3 romance books, 2 mystery books, and 2 graphic novels. And in terms of rating, I read 4 5 stars, 4 4.5 stars, 6 4 stars, 2 2 stars, and 1 1.5 star. And the total amount of pages read is 6,052 pages if I'm not wrong, which is so much. I don't know how I did that. Let's start then, because this is going to be a really long video. So, the first book I read in July was the last book in the Endgame series by James Frey. This is The Rules of the Game. This follows 12 different characters fighting, basically it's kind of like Hunger Games, to get 3 keys so that they can save their own tribe and the rest of the tribes die on Earth. It is kind of weird. I gave this a 1.5 star. I didn't really enjoy it. I just wanted to get over with it. And I just don't remember what I didn't like. I could check, but I don't really care about this book. It's not worth it, basically. After that, I read 3 books in a series, which are the 3 books in the Scythe, Arc of the Scythe series by Neil Shusterman. These are so good. Scythe is one of my new favorite books. I gave these two, the first 2 books, 5 stars, and the last book 4 stars. It kind of disappointed me, but it is about a world where nobody dies. They have conquered death. So they employ scythes, which are people that have the power to permanently kill someone or grant them immunity. And it's about 2 main characters. Oh my god, I forgot. Roman? I'm trash. Citra and Rowan, they are fighting for the position of an apprentice to a scythe. And it's a lot of corruption, plot twists, so many plot twists. It's so good. I recommend this series so much, even though the last book was disappointing. It was really good, and I love it. Next, the following books I read for the Becca's Bookopoly-a-thon readathon. So most of this I've talked about. If you want to see that, I'll link it in the eye somewhere. So first is The 7 Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is about a woman who was famous and had 7 husbands. And it's about her telling her story to a journalist, which she's never told anyone the truth about her life. I gave this a 4.5. It was really interesting. I loved it, just didn't get the 5-star feeling about it, basically. Next, I read Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. This is about a girl that her father lives in America and she lives in the Dominican Republic. And she finds out after her dad dies in a plane crash that she has a sister in America. And they meet, and basically that is the story. I gave this a 4. Right? Yes. I gave this a 4 star. It was good. I really love Elizabeth Acevedo's writing, but nothing really happened in my opinion, so I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I liked the sister aspect. I enjoyed the writing, and it was fast to read. Next, I read Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alir Sands. I don't know how to say his name still. This is about 2 boys. They meet when they are young, when in a pool, whatever, and they become best friends, and it's about them discovering their sexuality, basically. One of them, we follow Aristotle's point of view, but I really liked it. I gave it a 4 star. I didn't agree with the hype that everyone gives this, but that's my opinion. I thought it was good. It was really cute. It was fluffy, and I really enjoyed the two boys, but I just didn't think it was that good. But that's just me. I'm sorry. Next, I read Radio Silence by Alice Oseman. This is about a girl, and she meets this boy, and they become best friends. There's no romance between them, even though I thought there was. There's not. And it's about his podcast, which is called University, spelt wrong, it's a pun. And it's about her loving that show, him making it, and them making it together, and friendship, and love, betrayal, mental illness also, I think. Yeah. And sexuality as well, which I really liked. This was super good. I gave it a 4 though, because I don't know why. I felt it didn't deserve a 5 nor a 4.5, but I really liked it. The next book I read was an arc from NetGalley, which is Smooth City. I don't know who it's by, but I'll put it somewhere. It is about a group of 4 guys that want to have success in the music business of R&B music in the 90s, kind of. It was fine. I gave it a 2-star because I didn't feel like it made any sense in my brain and kind of pointless, but it was entertaining-ish, kind of. I don't know. It was fast to read. I didn't really enjoy it, even though some people did. It is really colorful, and it's about them very struggling a lot to make it in the business, but they do in the end. But it's a lot of confusion. It's pitched as a mix of Prince of Bel-Air with something. I don't know, I've never seen that, so whatever. The next few books, except one, are for another readathon, but I then didn't mention that I did it because of drama and dumb stuff. So yeah, but I still made a reading vlog. If you're interested, I'll link it wherever, and you can see what I thought about them more in depth. So first I read With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. I wanted to read all of her books. I don't know what I'm saying. This is my favorite out of all 3 of them that I've read. I give this a 4.5. It is about a girl called Emily, and she has a baby when she is 17. A 2-year-old baby, so when she was 15, maths. And she wants to be a chef, and it's about her dealing with school, trying to figure out how she's gonna continue on in her life, and I really liked it. I especially liked the main love interest dude. I really liked him. I thought the baby daddy was unnecessary, but it was great. It was really cute. Next, I read another arc from NetGalley, which is Odessa, something like that. And it is about 3 kids, a girl and 2 brothers, that go looking for their mother, which disappeared 8 years in a post-apocalyptic San Francisco, I think is what it is. I thought it was fine. Again, I gave it a 2-star. It was way too long for my liking. It was over 300 pages, and it's volume 1. Squeeze me. Yeah, I don't know how that works, but yeah, it was sometimes entertaining. I liked the world building. I liked some of the characters. The main character, Ginny, was kind of annoying, but it was fine. Probably the next volume could be better. I don't know. Next, I read one of my new favorites, which is The Hating Game by Sally Thorne. This is so good. I give this a 5-star. This is about an office romance between 2 assistants. It is so good. I loved it so much. I loved everything about it, and that is all I have to say. You need to read this. Just be warned that it is very sexual. And I got flustered. But yeah, it's really good. Next, I read Sadie by Courtney Summers. This is a mystery thriller about a girl that goes missing looking for her sister's killer, basically. And it was really interesting. There's a podcast that is looking for her, and I really like that. That was something I've never seen before in a book. read before, you know what I mean. I give this a 4.5. It was really interesting. I just didn't like the ending. That is my only critique. Next, I read Only Mostly Devastated by Sophie Gonzalez. This is one of my most anticipated releases of this year. I really liked it. It is pitched as Grease meets Clueless, but it's also pitched for fans of Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda, which is me. I gave this a 4.5. I just didn't like some bits. It didn't feel like a 5. It is about a boy called Ollie, and he goes on holiday to North Carolina, something like that. I don't remember. Somewhere in America. And he meets Will, and they fall in love, have fun, whatever, like Grease. And he's supposed to go back, but he stays because his aunt is sick and they need to help her with her kids and whatever. So he ends up going to the same school as Will. Drama happens, and it's so good, and it's really cute. Highly recommend if you like Grease. Then I read The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. This is sort of similar to Sadie. It is about a girl who killed her sister's murderer and rapist and all that gross stuff. Also, trigger warning for everything in this book. Everything you can trigger warning for is in this. It is about a main girl, which is called Alex, and she's killed that one guy. And then it is about Jack. He falls in love with Alex and vice versa. And finally PK, which is the preacher's kid, and she becomes best friends with Alex. And Alex has never had either of those relationships before, so it's her figuring that out, trying to hide her instincts of killing people. And yeah, I didn't like the ending. I give this a 4.5. That was too hard for me. I just wanted a happy ending, but I understand why. It makes sense. And finally, the last 2 books, because I'm counting them as 2, because Goodreads counts them as 2, is Cinder and the novella Glitches, which is at the end of this book. I have read this book before, not Glitches. I've read Cinder before, and it was one of my favorite books ever. It still is, because I gave it a 5-star. It was so good, oh my god. Love her. This is basically a retelling of Cinderella. It is about a cyborg girl living in a futuristic world, and she meets a prince. I highly recommend this to anyone who likes fantasy and retellings. This is it. I loved it. I have loads of love and laughing. And then Glitches, which is like 28 pages long, still counting it, is about her coming to her new family because she is adopted. Coming to her new family for the first time and how that was. And I liked it because it was a backstory moment, and you get to see how her stepmom treats her right off the bat, and it's really cool. Let's see if I can pick these up. Jesus, Lord Christ, please help me. These are all the books I've read. Oh my freaking god. I need to put these down. I'm strong. Clearly I have no social life because I read 17 books. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next word video. Bye!